Hey guys, King of Charmander here to be your judge, your jury, and your analyst, and your legend. Because I made legend on this massive plus 400 point run since the start of the Fighting Cup. So Tuesday, I think I went up like plus 200. Or what is it? No, not Tuesday, Wednesday. So Wednesday when the cup rolled over, I went like plus 200. And then Thursday, I capped it off. So it was, I mean, Thursday, I think it was like 100, then another 100, and then 200. What's it called? 100, 200. I'm sorry, I can't math right now. It was like 100, 200, 100, 250, and then I did a 4-1 to finish it off. So it was a plus 400 run in 2 days plus 3 sets to make legend using my ABB team with Buzzwole, Kommo-o, and Kommo-o. After the first day, after day 1, I never went below a 2-3 after figuring out like, okay, like getting energy advantage, etc. and like figuring things out. But we made it. I actually wasn't anticipating this. I was like, wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. Once you crack the code of Fighting Cup and you kind of like get your habits together and like figure out your win conditions, when to use shield, when to get down on energy, when to let things go, when to superpower things to death, you make legend. So good luck on your legend runs. I met a lot of people on chat while I made this run that was still trying to get there. Some of them have made it, and some of them are still trying to get there, but if you are trying to get there, you could totally do it. So this is going to shoutcast my legend run, the set that got me to legend, and like I mentioned, it was just like this insane run that plus 400 in 2 days and 3 sets. So hopefully y'all enjoy the shoutcast. These ones are pretty quick as well, but I faced a gauntlet of legends and people that are trying to get to legend as well. So no one's throwing their matches. That was a terrible pun, I'm sorry, because you know throws in the Fighting Cup. But before we get started, this is my therapist mental health tip of the day. You can skip this by skipping fast forward the battles, but it's really quick. It's called goal breakdowns. As usual, this is going to be in the description, but for goal breakdowns, I've already used this one before, but long to-do lists and difficult responsibilities often lead to stress and anxiety. This is specifically towards PvP. In PvP, if you want to get good at PvP, just like everything else, you have to dedicate a little bit of time to it. In studying, in practice, etc. That's how you like manage things, and especially if you want to subconsciously play like I do, where your second half of the brain does most of the work and your conscious brain is just like chilling, then you have to have like hundreds and thousands of battles. Literally, that's what it takes. And if you want to reach your goals as far as legend goes, there's a long path to get there, but you need to break it down. I didn't start out as legend, no. I went to like my first self tournament. A week later, I swept my first tournament, and that's when I knew I was going to do like PvP. But since from that time, sweeping that first tournament up until now, hundreds of hours of practice and just of course battles on battles to recognize combinations, win conditions, etc. So this is an effective tool to break down your goals. If you're not really good at it, this should help you out a lot, especially when managing your stress for PvP or just trying to make legend in general, or if you're going to set a time when you're going to make legend. Without further ado, this is my legend run, my legend set for Season 11 in the Fighting Cup. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, here are the battles. So the first battle is actually battle 5, which I lose, but I'm going to show you my mistakes here. I get CP Throw X MJ. I don't know who's CP0. I don't know, but I know that's Michael Jordan, and you're gonna Michael Jordan me for your ELO over here. And the funny thing is, I actually win this lead pretty hard, but y'all, I noticed my mistakes right away. We got Poliwrath on a Buzzwole. You technically win this match, especially with this. As you see, I'm gonna fire off this superpower, and my opponent actually doesn't shield here, and it goes through. All my United States of smash this Poliwrath 6 feet under to the grave, and this is where things go wrong. So what I should have done here was I should have actually like essentially double shielded in this scenario, because with 2 shields, I know they likely have another dragon back. So this is Poliwrath double dragon. That's my guess. But I didn't recognize that early on because I was already so high off the fact that I was already 4-0. So like 5-0 would have been a bonus, but we already hit legend at this point. So as you see here, I have 2 choices. I can send in Buzz or I can send in Hawk. I should have sent in Kommo-o. If I sent in Kommo-o, I would have got the extra farm of the Dragon Tail went through, and I would have been ahead on energy to take on their Kommo-o right here. My Dragon Claw would have went through. It would have KO'd. It would have taken that last shield, and then I can farm down. and then I could Dragon Claw. Because I would win CMP in that scenario, with winning, all I would have to do is counter down after that, and that was my win condition. So I did make some mistakes here. It cost me a 5-0 instead of a 4-0, but you know what? I'm pretty sure that turn could use my ELO anyways, because this 4-0 was enough to take me to Legend anyways. For the next battle, we got Legend on Legend action. That guy has a lot of ELO, so we're going to have Buzzwole on Buzzwole. When I saw this, I was like, a Buzzwole? So if I see Buzzwole or Toxie, I switch out. And then all I'm going to do is Dragon Claw my way to victory. I will shield this. If this is superpowered, it hurts. And as we know, if you get superpowered, you can get Dragon Tail down if they come in with it. They switch into Haka, and I'm like, is this a mirror team? You see, that's what sucks about being a content creator. You know, I mean, sometimes you're facing your own teams that you put out there. And this is definitely my ABB team that was put out before. Ironically, I already know how to counter my own team. So as you see here, they eat the Dragon Claw. That is the mistake they made. That's the mistake they made, because me switching out first allows me to go ahead and get my energy. I'm going to get extra energy here, and then I'm able to get to a superpower. I know there's pretty much Kommo-o in the back, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to counter as much as I can. I can live a Dragon Claw at this range. So whichever one comes in, I'm going to fire my superpower, then switch into Kommo-o. And as you see, their Kommo-o comes in. I'm going to fire the superpower. This is going to break this last shield. I send in my Kommo-o with the shield. And then I should be able to Dragon Claw the back row, or Dragon Claw down this Kommo-o. And then all I have to do is just fast move down. And that's game. In the mirror match, whoever reacts first in this mirror match is going to win the matchup. And all you see here is I'm just going to Dragon Kill. I win CMP, I win CMP even if he had to, because I have a 98%. This KOs their Kommo-o, and then I should just be able to Dragon Tail down for the victory. As you see here, their Buzzwole has to throw a superpower. Well, never mind. As you see here, they're going to get to a superpower. All I have to do is, not Dragon Tail down, counter down. So all I have to do is punch their Buzzwole in the face now that they're debuffed, straight counter down, and then that should then be the W. And that's game. Pretty generic, like I mentioned. It's whoever switches out first in the mirror to get their Haka ahead of damage is going to win it, and that's how you play the mirror match. And just because that's the team, that's my team, I was like, oh wow, I was not expecting to face a mirror team on this run. Yay! As you see, we have another legend that's already made it and we got Buzzwole and Toxicroak. This is another scenario. You lose against Toxicroak in the lead, so you're gonna switch into Haka. They're switching to their own Haka, and yeah, they're going to get that extra Dragon Tail worth of damage, but that's okay, because all we're going to do here is we're going to break a shield. The goal here is to get that Haka just low enough so that we can get that little bit of extra energy advantage we need to seal this matchup, or they just let it go, which is a gigantic mistake. The reason that's a huge mistake is because if you let your Pokemon go early, Haka can likely get to 2 Dragon Claws, and they don't shield, and my brain is like, why aren't you shielding, sir? Now, all I really have to do is save my shields for Kommo-o, and then my game master plan here is to just send in Kommo-o and then go and Dragon Tail down. Don't get there, unfortunately, but as long as I have both of these shields for Kommo-o, I win. If they have another dragon in the back, all I have to do is Dragon Tail down, and then all I have to do is send in Buzzwole and then counter down. So then, yep, there's a Kommo-o. I don't have to fire nothing. I literally fire nothing in here, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to counter down. I shield this next Dragon Claw, I counter down, and that's game. Even if they did fire 1 or have 2, I live 2 Dragon Claws at this range. So as you see, I'm just going to throw out the first shield, and then all I'm going to do is counter down, and that's GG's. They're going to take their shields with them to the next set. You're going to take it to Shadow Realm and save your shields for the next game. Imagine that. 85-69, by the way. That is a glorious number. But imagine if you could actually, do that. Literally, that'd be funny. That would be funny if you could. But as you see here, it's really simple to play this team. It's not super hard to run, and there's a lot of win conditions you can go. Next, I get Buzzwole and Buzzwole again, and my brain is like, what? So I switch into my Haka, and then they send in a Toxicroak. For a second there, I thought this was like a mirror team again, but it's not in fact a mirror team. This is a Toxicroak onto my Haka. So you already know how to play this out. You Dragon Claw, we break a shield, and all we have to do is get ahead. The only weird thing is that's not actually a counter Toxicroak. It's a Poison Jab Toxicroak, which is actually, I would say it's better as far as energy generation goes, because with energy generation, Poison Jab, yeah. Except the problem is with Poison, yeah, you get more energy, but it's still really whiffy because counter is just such a good move overall. As you see, they send in their Buzz, but unfortunately they're not able to farm me down, which is great considering my Haka has terrible IVs. We're going to break the shield, and all we're going to do is we have shield advantage here. I could send in my, the game plan here is just sending my own Buzzwole to sponge all the damage that's gonna eat from that superpower. So Buzzwole goes in, I'm just gonna use Buzzwole as a sponge, and we save our shield for our Kommo, and that's game. Superpower goes through, and then all you see is we see another Kommo coming through. I'm gonna superpower here, I Dragon Kill down, and then I have a Dragon Claw bank, and that's game. And as you see here, bam, 1, 2, 3, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shield this one. I should be able to get that next Dragon Tail in onto that Buzzwole and then Dragon Claw for the victory. So I see it, take it out, Buzzwole comes through. You're gonna superpower me. The problem is superpower does not kill at this range. So there's superpower, I barely live it. I fire the Dragon Claw and this takes out my opponent, and that's 3-0. So as you see, it's very, oh man, I love double Dragon Tail. Double Dragon Tail, like, and using, don't get me wrong, if I had Brick Break in close combat, there were some matchups I could actually have taken, but I essentially went through, my entire team is just single moves. And next we got, next it's literally gatekeeping action. I got my fellow legend. If I 3-2 this, I lose my chance at legend. If I clutch it, I win. We could Kommo-o versus Buzzwole, and we already know how this goes. And they eat the superpower. This is terrible because Sneasler is so squishy. Because even though they resist this, as you see there, it still does like 60% of their HP. Not only that, I'm gonna be able to Dragon Tail down here, and then all I have to do is shield this. If this is a close combat or an aerial ace, I don't want to take out my Haka, but my Haka has a whole Dragon Claw ready. So I have a whole Haka ready with energy, and then I still have a Kommo, and my Buzzwole is still fairly healthy. We're going to fire a Dragon Claw. They send out a Kommo, but that's perfectly fine. This is where I thought I made a mistake, because as you see here, they're going to break a shield, but I don't have any extra farm. As you see here, I'm going to be able to, they're going to fire this Dragon Claw. I'm going to shield, and then my goal is to farm down here. I thought I made a mistake, and because of this. My goal is to fire, but I'm not able to get it because they win CMP. So I lose my Kommo. What I can do here to make up for that, though, is I send in Buzzwole, and all I'm going to do is try to counter this fire superpower. Yes, they'll get to a Dragon Claw, however, they don't win CMP. So as you see, superpower goes through, I send in my Haka, my Kommo. Kommo is going to eat a Dragon Claw, but they might be at 2. However, this is what clutches me this match. Kommo wins CMP. Kommo lives this. It fires its Dragon Claw, and even if it was CMP, that'd be great because I would win this anyways. And then one Dragon Claw should take out their back row, and that's game. Because of that recognition, that clutched me legend with a sweet 4-1, and it was amazing. Oh my god, that legend mode was insane. Oh my god. Literally that one little win condition I found. As you see, 4-0. I already lost the 5th match, like I told y'all. And then all I do is claim everything. I skip forward to that part, and then thanks to clutching it out, we made legend, baby. Here we go, bang, 30-28, clutching it out with a 4-0. Like I mentioned, if I went 3-2, I wouldn't have made it, but we made it. So that's awesome. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all enjoyed the battles, and that's GG's. And that's game! I am so happy to make legend with Buzzwole. Buzzwole has the most disrespectful, like, you know, when he does like the pose when he charges, it's like he's flexing. It's like he's flexing hello. It's like, you know, like the Ginyu, well no, the Ginyu Force doesn't flex, they just make really ridiculous poses. But Buzzwole's is just like absolutely disrespectful, because it's just like flexing, and then as it absolutely decimates you with ridiculously high attack and inaccessibility to Great League, unless it's in research in the near future. But yeah, this was a really crazy run. I didn't think it would be this easy, to be honest with you, because that was the easiest run I've ever had in any season, just because of how dumb Double Dragon Tail was. Like, I knew Double Dragon Tail would be dumb. I didn't think it would be that dumb. And sure enough, it takes me to legend and a plus 400 point run. But I wish you best of luck with your legend runs. I thought this would be my redemption arc. Looks like there doesn't need to be a redemption arc. Just need to keep at it, and let's just hope that the game is going to improve and get better next season. Knock on wood, right? That's definitely not going to happen. But we still have a decent amount of time left. You still have today 2 more days of double battles, so 100 battles, and then you have a week of all 3 leagues being out there. So you still have time. If I can go plus 400 in 2.5 days, 2.3 runs, you guys can Hail Mary your way and get there as well. Now, given I didn't really edge it, but there's still time if you haven't made it yet. Some people that went on chat while I made this run, and during my past couple of streams, they told me they made it, and it made me super happy. Except there was this one time where I was legitimately trying to top left, but I didn't top left fast enough. I was trying to top left for someone because I knew they were trying to make legend. I was like, you know what, I don't need to do this, but like I ended up tapping my way to victory. You know, Dragon Tail damage does a lot, so it just KO'd them, and I was like, I feel like garbage. I'm sorry. But it's what it is, you know what I mean? If you guys want to make legend, you got to keep battling anyway, so it doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? You chill, you make it. Like, I didn't know I'd make it, and here we are, right? But I do wish all of you the best of luck. I hope y'all are making it. Do me a huge favor, please like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. I hope y'all are doing amazing. And if not, there's always next season, and hopefully next season is improving. There'll be more content on Open Great League up until the next season rolls over, and then more analysis, etc. Once the Season 12 data comes out, I'll be doing more content on that, etc. Or if new Pokemon release. But I wish you the best of luck in your Go Battle League sets. Wish y'all the best of luck that you're still trying to make it. If you did just make it, congratulations. And I will see y'all on the next video.